Hey, good evening and welcome. Matt here. This session we're going to be looking at Domino Your Debts, which is step number 3 in the Barefoot steps. Now we've got our Barefoot night set up and we've got all our buckets set up from the previous spreadsheet. It's time to start looking at some of the debts that we've got. So I've put together this debt board analysis spreadsheet. It's quite simple compared to the previous one where we set up our buckets and look at our accounts and expenditures and investments. So this we're just going to take one portion of that, which was the debts tab, and we're going to look at trying to do an analysis on our different types of debts that we've got, seeing where we can make some adjustments, see where we can do some forecasting. So yeah, I've only got steps 1 to 7, and these are all undertaken on the dashboard calculator page. So you can see there the yellow cells as usual. These are the ones that we're going to be filling in. And then what we've got here is the loan amortization spreadsheets. Now this is a Microsoft template, an open source template that I took just to make it easier, to be honest with you. And I copied and pasted it 5 times to give you 5 different loan categories. And then I assembled that into a debt calculator. So I can be confident that the loan amortization is being calculated because Microsoft has done that for me basically on the spreadsheets. So back to the dashboard calculator. What we're going to do, we're going to start with the description of each of the loans. Now I'm only going to probably do 3 for this session just to make it quick and make the video time not too long. So we'll start off with description of the loan. Let's start off with a credit card. Loan number 2, we'll call this a personal loan. And loan number 3, let's call that our HEX loan. And then we'll put in the lenders. So we'll call this the NAB card. Personal loan, let's say it's from Westpac. I'm just mixing things up here. And the HEX loan, I think, is from government, so we'll just put gov in there. Then all we need to simply do is put in what our loan amount is, and we're going to put in what our current loan amount is, not what we started the loan with, although we can do that, and I'll explain that in the future video about how to analyze them. But for now, nice and simply, we'll say this is our current status of the loan. We've got 3,000 left on the credit card. We've got 4,000 left on the personal loan, and nice and easy, we've got 5,000 left on the HEX loan. So we can see there that they've all popped in on the values on the graphs on the side just to make it easier to read. Now this one, we're going to say the payment period in years. So how long have we got left on the loan? So we're going to say we want to pay the credit card off in 1 year. Let's say we've got the personal loan is 3 years remaining. And the government HEX loan will say that that's got 5 years remaining. So you can see that it's populated some dates down here now. It's populated this one here, which is going to be your earliest debt-free date. Now, currently that's just set at 31st of the 12th, 1904, because we haven't actually put a start date in for the loan yet. And Excel always calculates from the 1st of January, 1900. So once we start putting in that start date to the loan, we're going to see that to change. So we're going to put in our annual interest rates of now. So credit card, let's say 12.99. Personal loan, usually around 7.99. And government debt is 0, but the spreadsheet needs a value. So we're going to put in 0.0001. And that's going to come up as 0. Start date of the loan, we're going to give it today's date of the loan, just so that you can understand how the spreadsheet's filled in. So we are 050320. I'm going to copy that across. Yep. So now we can see what it's populated. So let's just take a breather and let's just have a look at what we've got on our debt value. So we've got $12,000 on our total column for our total debt. Then we've got our scheduled repayments per month coming in. So we're scheduled to pay $476 per month. So the credit card's going to cost us over a 1 year period, $267. The personal loan should be costing us $125, and the HEX day over 5 years is going to cost us $83. And then this will say that with how much interest we've paid for the loan. So for $3,000 on the credit card, we'll be paying just under $270. 4,000 on a personal loan, 125, and then sorry, 511, and then on the HEX, 0 interest. So this will then total up the total interest paid, and then we've got a total cost of what our loan is going to be. So it's going to cost us 3,200 for the credit card, 4,500, 5,001. And then finally, we've got an earliest debt-free date here. So by putting all these calculations in and putting the interest rate in our start dates, we've got an end date of the loan, which is going to be our HEX date of 2025. These are transferred through onto the graphs, so we can see here, just to make it simple and easy for you to read. And then in this section here, I've just added on the bottom what would happen if you made additional extra payments. So what would happen if we made an additional $100 a month on the credit card? Let's put that in. So that's our new monthly payment. But what it's done, it's brought down our date from March 21 down to just before Christmas, 5th of the 12th, 2020. So that's $100 a month has knocked 3 months off what it will take to do our payment. Let's say 200 on this one, $325 a month. And so we've got our release date here. It was March 23, and now it's been reduced down to May 2021. So you can play with these numbers that you want to do additional payments, depending on what your budgets are. And you can try and analyze when you want to start dominoing your debts, when do you want to get rid of your credit card for, then once you've started getting rid of your credit card, when do you want to start making extra payments to get rid of your personal loan. So that's basically how it looks for the debt analysis spreadsheet. We'll move on to more kind of in-depth review about what we would do if we change payment periods and change interest rates. Or if you're looking for a personal loan, we can put in different interest rates from different institutions, and you can work out what the differences would be. Okay, I'll see you in the next session.